Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, very good afternoon. My name is Andrew Sunko. I'm the co-founder of Holy F&B channel, and we created this channel as an initiative to collaborate and together all specialists in F&B industry to fight against the crisis, against the COVID-19, to support each other and find the way together how to survive in 2020. Today, I'm pleased to refer my guest. This is a special guest, Gonzalo Martinez. He's a General F&B Manager in Waldorf Astoria, DIFC. Gonzalo, thank you very much joining us today. The word to you. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, Andrew. How are you? Good to see you after a long time. Well, yes, as you mentioned, I look after the food and beverage department in Waldorf Astoria in DIFC. Since we opened, it has been 2 years now that I have been involved in this project. I've been in the Middle East for 9 years. I came to Doha to the opening of the St. Regis, then moved on to Dubai, and make out of Dubai my second home now.
Yeah. So what is the status nowadays? Are you working, guys? If the hotel is open?
The hotel is open. We have one restaurant operating for lunch and dinner. Of course, we're closing at 9:30, always respecting the guidelines the Dubai municipality has given us. We're doing an amazing iftar at 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's operating at this time. Only one restaurant at this.
Which restaurant is
Bull&Bear.
operating?
Bull&Bear. Yeah.
Oh, this is a very famous restaurant with a lot of awards.
Yes, we actually managed to gain a Time Out Award on our first year. The team did an amazing job, to be honest. We have fantastic food. The team is fantastic as well. It has been a great team effort between all of us.
Yeah, and I believe thanks to you, to your management as well.
All of us. At the end of the day, we're all a team.
Okay. What was during the lockdown? How was the situation? What was with the hotel, and how did you manage during this time?
Well, as we all know, in the F&B part, that none of the restaurants were open, but we were operating in-room dining. So we were providing service to our customers that were staying with us in the hotel. And yeah, well, trying to maximizing the task for our team members, avoid unnecessary expenses, and ensuring always that the guest experience is always flawless.
Are there guests staying during the lockdown, or everybody should move the day of closing?
No, there are guests that decided actually to come to us and enjoy, let's say, in some sort of a way, the lockdown in our rooms in our hotel. And yeah, we had a good amount of guests staying for a long term with us. She was quite good.
And during that time, the F&B was closed, right? And you just served them as a delivery room dining. That's it, right?
Correct. We only did in-room dining at that time. And we also opened our delivery platforms that has become very popular on these days.
You have your own delivery platform?
No. We are delivering to the various delivery platforms that there's in the city. Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Zomato, Talabat, all of them.
By the way, I hear that in Dubai, a lot of restaurants they're trying to collaborate and create their own delivery platform to fight against very high percentage commissions of existing delivery leaders. And did you hear something about that? And what do you think is a good idea, for example, for hotels to collaborate within a chain or with each other and create their own platform?
I've been listening to this information as well. To tell you if it is a good idea or a bad idea, I will not be able to give you that information at this stage because we have to understand that this has a lot of costs involved. There, you need to have the driver who is taking the food safety to the guest home. We need to understand that this driver needs to have a visa, needs to have an insurance, needs to have a salary as well. So honestly, me not being aware of all the costs that involve having a delivery company itself, using it either as a third party or managing as part of your payroll, I wouldn't be able to give you proper information. It's interesting always to explore new ideas, of course, but everything has a cost involved. So it's first, well, we need to get the right information on it.
Yeah, to be honest, my idea that it's very good to create something again this commission rates, because I'm sure you know that all these aggregators, they charge between 30-35% commission, which is like a third part of net sales, and I mean it's crazy. So if the restaurants can do so and decrease these rates on the market overall, that would be very helpful nowadays.
I mean, we can all find a way to maximize our revenues in better ways. It is always interesting to do it, right?
Yeah, yeah. What do you think? How the rates and prices will behave in the hotels to attract the people nowadays? I mean, if the hotels occupancy will go below like 20%, will hotels decrease the prices, or how they will try to attract their clients? What do you think?
I think that moving forward, it's not very clear what's going to happen. A very wise person just very recently told me that the situation that we're going through right now, it is like driving in a storm. You only have certain amount of visibility that you can actually manage. At this stage, it's still too early. I think for sure there's going to be a fear on traveling, or not a fear, but everybody's going to be a bit cautious about it. But I don't know how much it will impact on the rates. Every hotel will have its own strategy. It depends on their location. It depends on their segment as well. Uh, I I will not be able to tell you what will be the best way to move forward with the way that it will be priced. Remember that every room has a cost as well, and you can sell a room for 100 dirhams, but if the cost is 99 dirhams, how smart it is to have the room activated, right?
Yeah, what about your rates in Waldorf Astoria? Are they changed after the lockout? What
We're
is the difference
adapting.
between in the beginning of the year? I mean, of course, I understand the seasoning is affecting as well, but overall, comparing with last year, the prices are the same or are changed?
For us, everything is completely new. We just opened in July, so we cannot compare ourselves to last year this time. We had a strategy that was moving into the summer as well to go into different rates. And our commercial team is doing, I think, a fantastic job adapting to the market on these days. I think that is still yet quite early. Let's see once the borders open. From then, we will have a much clearer vision of how to move forward.
Did you hear any information regarding when the borders should be open? Maybe some gossips or whatever.
I heard, I saw in the Kalish Times that the borders will open on the on 1st of July. That is at the beginning of July. It is forecasted to be open by that time. Let's see. Hopefully, it happens.
Yeah, that's very good news. Would be for sure. Okay, Waldorf Astoria belongs to luxury segment in hotel industry, and we have a question from our viewers, from the guys that what do you think? How would how would overall the market will change? Will people still go per their habits to the hotels, or they will choose more cheaper ways, going to Airbnb or similar platforms to renting houses, rooms?
I think that the mindset will definitely change on all of us, on the way that we will spend our money on everything. But however, I think that the people that enjoy luxury will still be attracted by the brands that we give luxury as well. I don't know if you heard, but in China, I was reading that when Chanel opened, it did a magnificent amount of money on the first week as well. So yes, people will be thoughtful about how they will spend money, but I think that the luxury brands will always have a market that we can gain out of.
Yeah, by the way, I heard as well about the China that Louis Vuitton sold within the first day the
Exactly.
amount of $2.4 million goods. I mean, it's just great. Yeah, so we pray for this that people who used to stay in luxury segment, who used to spend, they will continue doing that. However, yes, I agree with you that habits will change, and the priorities will be changed as well for this. How do you think the hotel advertisement will change overall? Which new marketing models maybe can be implemented as nowadays? After lockdown, everyone went to online, and the online marketing was really like overload with advertisement. The rates for online marketing bids was very high, and a lot of people saw that it's just useless to spend money on online marketing nowadays. What do you think, and where do you think the hotel should spend for marketing?
Look, once again, every hotel has different location and they have different needs. With the current situation, of course, safety is first. That
Mhm.
is what I believe that in general terms we all agree, and we will start may, letting the guests know, because anyway, brands like Hilton, like all the big corporations, are already doing in the back of the house all the safety measurements as much as they can. When it comes to online marketing, of course, it's gonna be needed, but also you will need to have very smart professionals that will be managing your accounts as well.
Mhm.
Uh, I think that the future, and we have seen it even that it has been coming up since for the last couple of years. Uh, Online marketing, it is the big thing. Instagram, Facebook. So I think that the community management, marketing, and all of these agencies will have a big push up, and I think that they are very much needed as well. A company that will give you content, that will be able to handle your social media accounts in a very smart way and deliver the message to the guest at all time.
Okay. Do you have any additional benefits for Hilton Honors program nowadays?
Well, going back into safety and into social distancing, with the Hilton Honors program, you have the digital key. With the digital key, you can check in from the moment you land from on any airport, and you just log into onto your Hilton Honors account, and you choose your room, and then you can check in directly to your room. You can even open your room with your mobile phone as well. So
Wow,
this
that's
is
very great.
a magnificent tool that Hilton, always being a pioneer, has been implementing this for the last couple of years already. And also another thing is that Hilton Honors already has all your information, so preferences and all of this that you want the team to know. So you don't need to repeat yourself. You can have as much privacy as you might want.
Wow, that's very cool. And what about like overall additional benefits which you have in Hilton Honors program?
Sorry, Andrew is cutting off.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So repeating my question, Hilton Owners program has specific benefits for their clients, and the database is very wide, I'm sure, in Hilton within years. I feel that it's a very good tool to use this database as a first touch of marketing, attracting your existing clients back to the hotel. So do you have any specific beneficial programs, additional benefits to Hilton Owners clients?
No, you mean new benefits that we have put in place?
Yes, maybe you put something new. I don't know.
No, I mean, being a Hilton member gives you a lot of benefits depending on the grade that you are in, and as well, it gives you all the way to getting your points that Hilton gives you, recognition, which is very important as well, and then depending on the grades that you are, it has more and more benefits in general terms. But we have not implemented anything as of yet due to what is going on right now that I'm aware of.
Okay, fine. What about your vendors and suppliers? How they act nowadays? Do they offer you like better prices or better offers? Are they increasing credits? I mean, because nowadays they're facing a lot of debts as well. So what is the situation? If you can tell us a few words, it's, I think, very interesting how you in touch with them.
Suppliers, in general terms, are business partners. They are going hand by hand with you in any business that you do. And I have heard different sort of implementations that all the business partners have done in the market itself, like maybe payment terms instead of doing one payment term of 1 month, doing it into 5-6 months, understanding the situation. There's some places that, for example, that have to pay rent, that I heard that the rent has been waived for a couple of months until things get back into market, into normal basis. So everybody's adapting in different ways. I think that we are all working towards the new normal. It's still quite vague to say, but the good thing that I can see it is that we are all working together, trying to move forward.
Yeah, that's our mission as well, to deliver the message that nowadays everybody should work as business partners and just stay together and to survive. And later on, we will see who was with us, and we will definitely succeed together.
We will definitely will. Everything that goes down has to go up again, for sure. People will still travel, people will still eat, people will still enjoy talking to each other, which it is the basic things that human being enjoys, right?
Yeah, definitely. I heard that Hilton helped pre-sold $1 billion in cash worth of loyalty points to American Express.
Yes,
did you hear something about it, and do you have any information? Can you tell more about this?
I do not have any specific information about it at this stage. I'm still getting myself informed on this program as well. I want to give you accurate information, so at this stage I cannot.
And one of the hotel in UAE is trying to sell like pre-sale with very cheap rates, let's say 100 dirham per night. They're trying to pre-sell their rooms.
Yes.
What do you think? Your professional thoughts is it make sense to do so? So they're trying to have pre-sold amounts with very cheap rates.
Depends on.
To sell these future stays, let's say.
I
Does
think
it
that
make sense?
it depends on the cash flow that each property needs. Everything is cash flow at the end of the day. There is some hotels that have been operating for years very successfully, and they have a big amount of cash flow in the bank which they can operate. There's some other hotels that have bigger needs, and that's why they are putting these things in place together. To tell you if it is a smart or not smart idea, once again, I don't know the fixed cost that each property or that each business has. If you have some fixed costs that you have to commit to, and maybe they are trying to save certain jobs in these days, it might be smart. I am not in the place to tell you if it is smart or not without having the full information. And I think that it would be completely unfair to give you just a point of view because every property has different scenarios and every property has different commitments.
I see. Summarizing this question, so basically, if you need right now some liquid cash, so and it's still like in your profit and loss line, you still can do so. So this activity will help to still alive. May I right?
Sorry, come again?
I'm saying that summarizing this question, that this kind of activities can be if you're still on the profit and loss line where you can still be alive and continue operations.
Yeah, yeah. If it helps you sustain your operation, of course, it is very helpful. But once again, only each business will know.
Yeah, Gonzalo, coming to the point of optimization cost, what will be your professional advice how to optimize the cost of the hotel or cost of the restaurant nowadays?
I will say once again, it's very simple. Avoid unnecessary expenses. On
Can
whatever
you
you,
give an example? What is necessary expenses? What it may be?
mm, let's say if you're gonna bring some task force to help you to work in the restaurant, let's say it's a cashier or something like that, play with your team. It's better to give that opportunity to your team. Make sure to take care of your team and give the jobs to your team. Your team goes always first.
Yeah, that's very smart. By the way, are you hiring? Waldorf Astoria is hiring nowadays. Do you have open positions? And if yes,
No,
how to apply?
no. At the moment, we are not hiring. At the moment, we are making sure that our team is safe, it is well, and we're protecting our team.
Okay, so nowadays you don't have any open position, right?
No, no. At the moment, we don't.
When do you think when Dubai will be back to normal life, to normal as it is, as it was?
I think that we will not go back to normal in a good while, to be very honest. At least until there is a vaccine, the people will not feel safe to go back to normal. And once again, we don't know. This is just the beginning. We don't know the economic repercussions that this might have. There's a lot of people that are losing their jobs all over the world these days, and I think that it's just not gonna be easy. But I am pretty sure that as humanity, we have got up from bigger things than this, and we will make it once again. We have the tools, we have the will, and with the way that the world is on communication these days, we can always do it.
Okay, we have a question from one of our viewers. How long before restaurants start to pick up, and will people be visiting as often if they are used to the cooking at home?
Well, I hope they they don't get too used to cook at home, even though it's very nice. I must admit, we are doing it ourselves and we're enjoying it, but it will take time. And people need to feel comfortable once again. Have you ever seen a dog that has been in a cage for a long while, and then suddenly you open the cage, and they're very scared of still getting in touch with other human beings or people or dogs? Sorry, uh, pretty much is the same. We are now little by little going back outside, but we are still hesitating slightly. That is one. Number two, it is depending on the economy of each person as well. There's a lot of persons that are on unpaid leaves on these days, and probably to get back to that normal spending habits will take a while until you stabilize your economy first. And some other persons we have understood that maybe there's a better way of spending money or a different way of spending money. It is. Uh, I think that it's gonna take a while. I think that we are in the right city though to to be from all over the world. If you ask me where I would like to be in a pandemic right now for my industry, it is Dubai. I think that
Oh,
the
really?
government did a great effort, and I think that we will get back in track at certain point. But not it's not gonna be easy and it's not gonna be fast.
By the way, I had my friend in Rome, in Italy, and she shared with me the information during the lockdown. The deliveries there didn't make good revenues because Italians, they like to cook at home. They just cook in everyday pizza, pasta, and there is no boom like in other European cities and countries. So it's very interesting, depending on the region, how people used to live and or to use this all benefits. Yeah,
It is
so
completely different. I guess Dubai is a very social city, extremely social. Dubai is one
yeah,
of those cities that has life from Sunday to Sunday.
true,
And
that's true.
it is not like in the normal world, if you might say it, that it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday in Mexico, for example, where I'm from, it is completely dead. Everything is shut down.
uh,
So Dubai is a very social city, and I think that this is the best place to be at this time.
no, that's for sure. We are lucky to be here.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I would ask from our technical team to show more questions, as it will be easier.
I'm looking at
Okay,
them.
it's in Russian, but I'll translate
Yeah.
to you. The guys from Russia, from Krasnodar, they're happy to come to Dubai and to enjoy here, which is good news. More than welcome. And they're asking when they can do this. I think from 1st July, Emirates will slowly start operating, right?
Yeah, I heard that from July the borders will open, and hopefully from July we will have more guests coming into our beautiful city.
Yeah. What would you say will be a future trend in F&B from customer perspective?
Future trends in the short term, safety. That's the main one, and also for me, it's a bit of a mystery. Let's say you have the lounges. How will social distance work? You have the bars, but you love interacting one on one. I mean, as much as it is nice to see you on the camera, it's not the same from the last time that we had a normal conversation one on one, having a drink, a drink.
Yeah.
So uh, everything will depend on how this social distancing evolves. Unfortunately, for our business, social distancing doesn't really help as much, but of course, safety is always first. Do you think delivery is the future of the restaurants? Hope not.
Yeah.
I hope that people will enjoy having that interaction once again. I will have the opportunity of taking my girlfriend for a nice dinner in a different place and make something nice out of the environment. And these special things that we all like to do as humans.
Yeah, by the way, people are going to the restaurant not just to have very nice food. They're going for experience, and
Exactly.
delivery will not give you this experience at home.
No, no,
That's
no. I
why
mean,
I think as well that restaurants will always work. Just we have to wait a bit, and people already waiting as well to start going seeing friends and parties. And I know a couple of restaurants who started operating right now, and they're quite busy at the moment.
yes, yes, yes. There's actually quite a few that are quite busy. Yeah.
Nightclubs will die.
I No, they will not die. There's a social need of nightclubs that is definitely.
They was dying even before the quarantine, I would say.
It's gonna be difficult for them. It's gonna be very difficult for them, I guess. And this is just an opinion. Once again, social distancing. How will you manage to have one people 2 meters away from each other and in a nightclub in a closed environment? Uh, until we don't find a vaccine and there's a solution to this, I don't think that it will be easy for any one of us, not only nightclubs, it's in general terms for everyone.
Self-service bar can be popular.
Could be popular, yes, but then who will create that custom made cocktail for you? I mean, yes,
Yeah, people
it,
behind the scene.
it will be it is nice to go have your draft beer, your glass of wine, and so on. But it's also fantastic when you go to a place and suddenly you tell to the bartender, "Listen, I like something sourish with green apple and so on and so on," and then the bartender just out of their creativity gives you your cocktail that or your mocktail that will be perfect for you.
Yeah. What about private rooms in the restaurants?
Private rooms in the restaurants, they're already existing, and most of the restaurants they all have a private dining room. I don't really think it will make a change, to be quite frank, between normal restaurant operation because the social distancing will still be a very important subject.
Yeah. Um, okay, I think we discussed a lot of proper subjects. We have from Dmitry one more question. What about coffee shops? And what do you feel like coffee shops to go coffee shops uh, is booming? Will boom nowadays or not as a to go coffee shop?
Coffee shops will always work. We all have a need for coffee, and I don't think that they will be majorly affected once everything starts operating. People will still go get their morning coffee and get back into routine. The most important thing it is to get people back outside once it is safe.
I want to summarize with you what we had today. So just in few words, few sentences, please share your advice. What Dubai restaurants and cafes should do to survive in 2020?
The first thing is take care of your team is the most important one because the team that has been with you on these days are the ones who are gonna help you get back on track. Remember that customers, yes, they go for your food, they go for your environment, but the team is the one that makes the environment. Try to take care of them as much as you can. Make sure that you follow respect these safety guidelines. Try to go a little bit above and beyond if it is possible. Try to ensure that the guests have a safety environment. Ourselves in Bull&Bear, for example, we have created a QR code menu. So for the guests who do not want to touch the menu itself, they have the chance to just scan the menu on a mobile phone, and they can have a look at it as well through their mobile phone. Yeah, manage costs on these days. That's it.
From my side, I want just to add, if you are unemployed at the moment and you have time, better to invest in yourself. There are a lot of open online courses nowadays where you can study, you can find new knowledge which will make you more confident in your positions, and try to apply as much as possible. Try to find any job just to survive, but don't forget still to develop yourself in different areas in your specialties. And we're gonna have next. I will announce next our online conversation this upcoming Saturday with Lindsay from online tasting classes. So she will tell how nowadays online classes is picking up and how to make business in that areas. Overall, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Gonzalo joining us and share your advices and thoughts. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, share these videos, and stay tuned for next upcoming episodes. For sure, this kind of initiative will make us stronger together, and Dubai F&B will be great again. Thanks for staying with us. Hit like. Holy F&B with you. Thanks and goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.